Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Shawnie and we are Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Today I wanted to come on and share with you my craft fair idea number 6. Now, I received the original pattern from this from Patty J. Good. Check out her channel. I'll have her link in the description box below. Go check it out. Okay guys, what we're going to be making today is I'm going to be making a bubblegum gnome. Now you're going to be able to take the top off this so the bubble gum can be accessed. These are so fun and so simple. Okay guys, the first thing we want to do is we want to take off our plastic, sorry if this gets noisy, on the top so that when our top comes off of our gnome, you can access the bubble gum. Okay. You can also make these with the candy ones. I just thought this was so cool. Such a different idea with the bubble gum. Now I'm going to set this aside for a second. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to cut a piece of felt in the size 9 inches by 4.5 inches. Okay. I'm going to take my little container and I'm going to place a bead of hot glue on some of my felt material right here. You can also use cotton material for this, guys. Any material that you like. I just thought this felt was so appropriate for the season. Go ahead. If you want to follow right along, and you want to make sure it's a good bead of glue, but you don't want too much because this has to be pretty durable. And just go ahead and overlap that. You can cuff it if you'd like as well to make a nice little crease, nice little hem there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, make sure this is nice and snug on your can. And the nice thing with felt and fleece is that they adhere very nicely to about anything, really. Okay. And there you go. Now, I take on the bottom and I do this. Okay, upside down, and anything, I just lay the top of my scissor on that edge there, and I just go around. Works perfectly every time, guys. And I get any excess fleece that we may have, just like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to be taking, for the fur, I have this skein of yarn that I actually purchased at Walmart. As soon as I can find the end, there it is. I purchased this at Walmart. Okay. It's not the one that will fray in 3 different sections. This is a rope yarn. It is absolutely wonderful, guys. It works great for this. So what I'm going to do is at the bottom of our can, I'm going to put a bead of glue, just hot glue, guys. If you'd like to add a fabric fusion for this, you can absolutely do that, or a Fabri-Tac. That would be absolutely fine. I'm just going to put minimal pressure and leaving this loose as I go around my can. We don't want it too tight because it's going to pucker everything if we do it like that. So I'm just leaving this nice and loose around our can, just like so. Guys, these are so simple and they will be so nice for the craft show. Just like so. And when you come to the end of your trim on the bottom, you can go ahead and I'm going to overlap this just a little bit. I'm going to overlap it to the seam that we've already made. And I'm just going to gently lay it on there, just like so, and gently press. And guys, I just take my scissors just like this and clip it. There we go. And then I'll deal with this after I've clipped it. The piece that you'll need for your trim on both the hat and the bottom will measure 11 inches. Or you can do it the way I just did it and just take the whole skein and just go right around your piece. It's up to you. Okay, and there we have the trim on the bottom. I think that's so cute. Okay, now for the belt. For the belt, you're going to need a piece of glitter paper. Now mine is glitter foam, that foam paper that has sticky on it. It's glitter stickers. And these pieces need to be a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and I just have taken and cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done about 11 of those, okay? And in the black for the belt. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut up my glitter paper here, just right up the slit that I've made. And I did cut this with my friskers, so it was nice and easy. I just put it in my machine and did a 1/4 inch around the whole thing. Now watch what I do, guys. I'm not afraid to use hot glue on sticky. I'm not. I always have used it. Okay, so there we go. Now, and it's funny because the glue actually turns a little bit of a different color on you when you do it this way. Let's see. I'm going to need a new Surebonder. My Surebonder's looking pretty rough here. All right, there we go. Just like so. Okay. Now, and I want to keep it kind of low because you have your beard that's going to go on here, guys. So you want to keep this kind of low, just like that. Okay. Bring it all the way around. Just like so. There we go. Now, again, you don't have to have the glitter sticker paper like I do. You can use a regular sheet. Just hot glue that puppy right on there. Just like so. Now we're going to take a piece of silver glitter paper like so. And you'll want to cut this off at 1 inch squared, guys. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to peel the back. There we go. Get a hot glue. And we want to put this right over that. And there you have his buckle. I think this is adorable already. Now let's get on to this all-important hat. Now guys, I have this fleece material that I purchased, I want to say 2 years ago, and I do believe I purchased it at a garage sale. This is soft and fluffy. You can use cotton material. You can use another type of fleece. You can use a felt, even if you choose. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you what I've done thus far. Okay, sky's the limit with these, really, guys. Okay, so I've turned it inside out, and the measurements for your hat are going to be 10 inches by 11 inches. You want the 11-inch side to be vertical, and you want your 10-inch side on your bottom. You want to fold it over into your square, right? Okay, or let's say your rectangle, and you want to take hot glue. Now I just used hot glue. Again, you can use your Fabri-Tac, your Tacky Fusion, anything you want to use for this. And I've just taken my hot glue and I've ran it right down the seam of my hat. But first, from the corner of my square, okay, just like this, I'm going to take and make sure the folded side is to the left and you're cutting from your open side, and you want to just cut a triangle straight up. So this should measure 5 inches and this should be 11 inches. Okay. I'll have all the dimensions in my description box below as well, guys. Now I'm going to take this little pair of pliers and I want to show you guys something. You know, I used to use, when I first started my channel, my dad's tools that my grandmother had made way back in the late 20s, early 30s. I couldn't find them for a year, and I was kind of frantic about it. I knew I wouldn't throw my grandmother's tools away. But I bought these, and these have worked wonderful, don't get me wrong. But the other day, I was getting ready for my craft show, and wrapped in one of my bins were my grandmother's tools. These are actually wire cutters, and they're awesome. They cut beautifully, and these are a little pair of almost like jewelry pliers. They worked wonderful. So I put them aside, and yes, I have been using them again, so I was happy to find those. But anyway, let's go up in here just like this with our pliers, guys. I'm going to bring these right down. Don't be afraid to work with this material. It's very, very pliable and forgiving. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this. Pinch it right down in there. I'm going to bring this over, bring it out like so. This is so easy, just like that. Now, be careful when you're going up in here to bring the tip up, because you want to make sure that you're not going to poke a hole in the top. Okay, but just go up there and you can bring this as much as you want, as tall, as flat. I like mine a little bit flat for my pom-pom, to be honest with you guys. I just like it just like that, so I don't take it too far up there. There we go. So I got a little bit of a flat surface, excuse me, for my pom-pom. There we go. All right, now, so there's our hat. I think it's beautiful. Now I'm going to turn it over. We're going to trim this baby out just like we did the bottom of our gnome. Okay? What we're going to do, take a little bit of your hot glue. I'm going to go not quite to the bottom, but just about 1/8 of an inch to the top, guys. Just like so. And I'm just, again, laying it very gently on there. But I do want it to where when we put it on our gnome base, we're not going to see a bunch of the material from the hat. We want to see the fur. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this fur on this hat. And there we go, guys. We have our fur on our hat, and I just snip this right off. I just snip it. Anything I don't like back here, I just snip it away, make sure the glue looks nice and good. Now, where our hat came together at the seam, that's sticking below, watch, guys. This is what I do. I just snip it right off. There we go, right there. Now, that's not going to be looking ugly, the back of your gnome. And there we go. Now, what we want to do is we want to get our beard going here. For our beard is going to measure 2.5 inches by 1 3/4 inches. Now, I purchased this at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to turn this over like so. And this brown beard is hard to mark on unless you have white. And I don't like to mark my beards all up, guys. I just don't. So we're going to go 1 3/4 down. Okay. Inches. 1 3/4 inches down. I'm going to measure this right here. Okay. 1 3/4. And I'm going to snip it right here. Right here. Right at that mark, guys. I'm going to snip it. Sorry if my big elbow's in the way. Okay, just there. I'm just going to mark it like that. Okay. And we're going to go 2.5. right across. Okay, so I'm going to snip it right at 2.5. There we go. Now, for your fur, guys, you've heard me say it before, you want to make sure you're just getting your backing on this fur. You do not want to cut your fur. If you cut your fur, it's going to be a mess. I picked up some fur the day before yesterday at Walmart for purchase. It was a beautiful, beautiful brown fur. I picked it up, guys, and it started coming off in hunks because they're not certain how to cut it. Now, if I was cutting a bigger piece of this fur, you know, I would start it and I would rip it the rest of the way. This causes the fur to stay intact and it will not fall off. You're always going to get a little bit of extra fur that, you know, kind of falls off your piece or whatnot. Let me show you what I've discovered. Okay, see, we get a little bit there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to brush this out with my little brush here. I always brush it out as well, guys. Just like that. Brush it out. Okay. I love this fur. It's a pretty color. Now, I take the back. See where the backing is here? And then here's your fur. I'm going to take this and I'm going to round this off. You can actually get just the backing in there and you can round that off just like so. Okay, just get your backing in there and round it off to your liking. Just to your liking, guys. And keeping in mind that when this comes off, you're going to be able to see it because the lid's going to keep coming off of our container naturally when it's being consumed. So, yeah, there we go. Just like that. All right. Now I'm going to set the fur aside. I purchased this fur at Hobby Lobby, guys. I love their fur. All right. It comes in a nice piece and it does quite a few gnomes. So, where's our hat? There it is. All right. Now, taking our beard. Now, this kills me. I do not like to do this, but you have no choice with this project. I'm going to put glue on this beard. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to run a bead straight across, just like so. Just a bead of hot glue. And again, you guys, if you want to try your Fabri-Tac, fabric fusion, whatnot, you can absolutely do that as well. I'm going to bring this up under my hat, making sure my seam is flat on my surface of my work area, so it's nice and centered, just like so. Now, I put mine up quite a ways, guys, because I want that all-important little belt buckle to show as well as much as possible. Okay, and there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put, my beard is attached. You want to make sure that you have your hand or a piece of parchment paper or something. Actually, wax paper would work wonderful for this, to put in between if you're going to be pressing down so you do not glue your hat together. Okay, just like this. All right, so far so good. Now, I'm going to be using this half bead. Now, I purchased this at Hobby Lobby. Guys, you can also use anything like a little fake snowball here, a wooden ball. I use that on quite a few of mine. Anything that's going to mimic a gnome nose is fine. You can use a bell. You could even use one of these from the Dollar Tree if you'd like. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this nose on. Now, yesterday I made one and I literally covered the nose up. It was terrible. You couldn't even see his little nose, and that's like a main feature on our gnome. So, all right, I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the surface area there of our bead. I'm going to drop it right in the center. I'm going to go up here and make sure that we're not going to have our gnome nose totally covered there. We want to make sure that when we pull the back of our hat down, guys, that we're pulling it lower than the front of our little gnome here. If you want to, guys, you can trim the beard up where you can see the belt better and things, but I think it shows pretty good, and he looks nice and, well, raggedy, for lack of better words. All right, here's our hat, right? So what we're going to do with this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our pom-pom on. Now, what I'm using is just a snowball from Dollar Tree. Now, these are the larger snowballs, the medium size, excuse me, because they do have one larger than this. All right, and you can, I don't know what they make these of, but they are so nice. We're going to go ahead And I'm going to lift this up like so, just like that. Can you guys see that? Lift it up a little bit here, just like this. We're going to put our glue on the surface of the tip of our hat. I don't ever put it on the actual snowball, guys, just like so. I put a good amount. Now we're going to take this, and I always just, and I smash it right in there, guys. Smash it right in there, and I'm going to hold this for a little bit, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this a step farther, and we're going to embellish this. It just looks so nice embellished. These are quick. These are easy. All total, I have $1.25 into this. I went to one of our local grocery stores and they had them on sale, and they were the Dollar Tree price. They were $1.25, and I just bought up a whole bunch of them, and I had all the materials I needed at home. So I have about $1.25 into this. I've had these materials for quite some time. Okay, now then I want to go ahead and I'll show you, because on my other one I did the same. I'm going to go ahead and you're going to tack this right to the side of the brim of your hat here. Why do we do this, guys? Because you got to remember this is going to keep coming on and off for the consumption of the gum. So, all right. So we're going to just tap a little bit. I'm going to put right here on the hat, but you want to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. Just like that. If you wanted to put a little bow on this, you could. Anything like that. I'll show you what we're going to do. I made another one like this yesterday, and he just turned out wonderful. All right. Okay, so let's get, I think it's so cute thus far, guys. Look at that. So neat. So let's go ahead and get our embellishments. Embellishments today. I picked this up at Walmart a couple of days ago. It's the berries and the frost. I think it's so, so pretty. Okay, so all I'm going to do to this, guys, it's so easy and effective. You know me, I like easy and effective. There we go. We're going to put this right on here. Good amount of hot glue, because again, it's going to be coming on and off. We're going to set this right on his little hat. Press in until I'm sure it's set. Just like that. Okay, I have the little berries. I'm going to put these a little bit higher, and I'll show you why. Little berries. I think these berries are so cute. Okay, and I have these little candy canes that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. They originally have a little loop here, excuse me, and I just cut that right off the top, and we're going to set that right here. So we have a little candy cane on his little hat. Just like so. I just made a little bow with some ribbon that I purchased at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to put it right down there. I'm going to do a little. There we go. Just like so. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. We need one more. I have a little bare spot there I'm not liking. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this just a little bit more. Make sure I'm angling it. Oh, that's so cute. Just like so. Okay, friends, and I wasn't liking that little empty spot we had there, so I went ahead and I popped a little shiny bead in there, and I think it looks so adorable. Can you see it glistening? I think that looks so cute. And there we have it. There is our bubblegum container gnome. And if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give me a great big thumbs up. subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell next to your subscription. Hit all and you'll be notified each time I upload new video. I can also be found on Instagram and Facebook at Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I want to go ahead and I'm going to show you in my outro some of the other little banks that I've created this week. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye. And if you enjoyed today's video, here's another one you may like.